A big JonBenét update. This is part 2. If you haven't seen the original video, it is the one right before this one. So the guy that we're talking about is Chris Wolf. And going off of where we stopped, he apparently also was saying other really strange things. Things like, if I was going to strangle somebody, I would use a rope, not my hands. And at that point, authorities had not revealed how JonBenét had died. Another thing that was strange is that he apparently knew a lot of information about the Ramseys, despite the fact that he denied ever knowing them or even knowing anything about them. And this comes after he wrote that article, and even after an incident where he saw Patsy and JonBenét in the supermarket, pointed them out, but then later said he didn't even know them. So by January 1997, Jackie gets so concerned that she goes to the police, taking a pillowcase for DNA testing, and also noticed that some rope that they had recently bought had a large piece of it missing, so she took that rope in for testing as well. But here's where it gets really weird. Once Wolf was picked up and taken in for questioning, he refused to provide a DNA sample and he refused to provide a handwriting sample. Now, he says the reason for this is that he was worried about being framed, but here's where it gets even more chilling. If you remember in the previous video where I talked about that shirt he got for Christmas that said Santa Barbara, and he asked if it stood for Santa Barbara Tennis Club, well, the note that was left for JonBenét was signed SBTC, and she believes that it could be Santa Barbara Tennis Club, given that they had that discussion the day that all of this went down. But here's the thing, ultimately they pretty quickly ruled him out, despite the fact that, as it turns out, they never tested a lot of the items that Jackie brought in to put him or link him possibly to this case. And he was on the Ramseys short list of suspects as well. Now, this is all coming to light because there's apparently some additional information that she has, additional items that she can bring to police, wanting them to test them. And given that there's a resurgence with this case, new people, new eyes looking at it, maybe we'll finally get answers on this. Now, as always, make sure to hit that follow button so you don't miss any of these updates. Drop your thoughts about this development in the comments. And I will be doing an update on my Substack later about all of this with even more information if you want to go follow me there.